So on each side of these, there is this little Allen bolt here, basically. And all you have to do is pop these off using the proper size. There we go. Yeah, and with these you want to do a quick snapping motion, actually with a lot of fasteners on these, because if you just slowly add torque, you can round out the heads. But a lot of times, if you're just trying to get them off, just a quick jab of force will break them loose, and then as you can see, they're finger tight. And then, oops, that washer that fell off is super important. So permobil has these little clutch mechanisms here, and these are what hold the foot plates upright when you flip them up. They're not necessarily adjustable. You can see now this one just flops, but this whole little assembly is what's responsible for that. I've never tried taking one apart. I'm assuming it's possible, or maybe they're pressed together. Oh yeah, they're pressed together, so this is an unserviceable part. So you have the bolt, you have this thing, and then you have this little, I don't know if you can see it, it's a really grippy washer with ridges on it. You can see on the top edge there, see how it's got all the little grippiness, slots, whatever on it? That's super important on these for it to work properly, because if this inside part doesn't grip the metal, that clutch mechanism won't work. But anyways, you take that off, and then removing these is super easy. They just slide right off that shaft. And yeah, there you go. So let's pop the other one off real quick. That one actually started rounding out pretty good. We may have to replace those bolts because getting that tight enough to work properly at this point may not happen again. Or if it goes onto a chair, it may not come back off. Okay, ready to put the camera in manual focus mode. There we go. Yeah, so you can see the head of that's getting a little bit rounded off. And same with the other one here. This one was still okay, but yeah, these are just sort of standard hex cap bolts. So you can probably find one of these at the hardware store. See how we've got the edges there starting to get rounded a little bit. Same process here, you just have this bar that sticks out. So once this clutch mechanism's off, just lift up, slide to one side, and the thing pops right off of there. So there's our foot plate. This slides over that bolt, and then the clutch mechanism goes on here. But you can see there's a little bit of there's a little hole right here, and this hook on the bottom of it sits in there, and that's how the clutch actually works. So this slides into that hole, then the bolt goes through it, and that allows the mechanism to hold it in place. Without that little tab sticking down through the hole, you could put a bolt on here, but you can't get it tight enough to hold these. So if you flip them up, they're just going to flip back down on you. But yeah, that's how they work. If you have a permobil with foot plates that don't stay up all the way, this little thing here is probably your issue. And yeah, after looking at this thing is sort of like riveted or stamped together, so there isn't really a way to fix it. So you'd probably have to replace these. Or maybe your bolt came loose. I've never seen that happen on any of the chairs. I suppose it is possible. But that bolt that we were rounding out might be an issue that causes it. But yeah, 9 times out of 10, it's just this little clutch mechanism that has started to wear out. And they've been using these like forever. I mean, back with the Corpus 2G seating, the 3G seating, even the newest stuff, they're still using these things for the foot plates. But yeah.